The film is based on Akutami's Jujutsu Kaisen volume a prequel that functioned as a pilot for the main Jujutsu Kaisen manga series. Before being distributed internationally this year, the film was exclusively released in Japan on December 24, 2021. Jujutsu Kaisen the movie follows Itadori Yuji, the story's main protagonist. He is a high school student who obtains possession of a cursed spirit that is exceedingly powerful. The higher-ups in the Jujutsu Sorcerer Society want Yuji and his cursed spirit to be isolated and even killed. Satoru Gojou proposes a different idea by allowing Yuji to enroll in Tokyo Prefectural Jujutsu High School and giving him the opportunity to control his newly found, albeit dangerous power. The movie is worth watching if you want to get a taste of the anime series, but it's not quite as good as you might expect. 1. My overall impression is that Itadori Yuji isn't especially compelling to me as a protagonist, because he doesn't particularly have anything striking about him. His character design is fine. He's grappling with figuring out exactly what he wants, while incorporating his grandpa's dying wish. He's incredibly physically strong. He doesn't take fall damage, my conclusion based on observation. He's a naturally cheerful type, but doesn't seem to have friends left over from middle school. He's reckless and compassionate, but conflicted about both. And he has a crazy demon inhabiting his body, but it doesn't affect his actions that often. All of these things make sense for a shounen protagonist, but none of them makes me love him as the main character. What is especially compelling about Itadori Yuji?
Well, that's true. Cursed spirits are usually supposed to stay where they're born. Fine, fine. In that case, you will die here.
2. Comedic moments that aren't quite right. Another bad aspect of the movie is the comedy moments. The comedy in the movie follows the same style, mood, and tone of the anime's first season. However, unlike the series, the movie's comedic moments were not amusing. To put it another way, they don't fit the style of the movie. In comparison to the anime series, the story of Jujutsu Kaisen 0 is rather grim, more on that later. As a result, the incorporation of comedic moments and bits feels out of place. Not to say comedy shouldn't be used at all, because there were a few funny moments within the movie.
それでこそブラザーの友達だな。どこへ来るブラザー！
感謝はしてる。でも勘弁してくれ。あの時俺は正気じゃなかった。
何を言っている。ブラザーは中学の時からあんな感じだ。
俺はお前と同じじゃね。
But they should be reduced to fully embrace the story. Another suggestion would be the use of dark comedy. That would be more fitting with the vibe of the movie. If only the comedy had been handled better, as well as the story's flawless execution. 3. Jujutsu Kaisen has a villain issue. Did anyone watch the battle with Jogo and felt concerned for Gege?
こんなものか。蓋を開けてみれば弱者による課題。
Have any of the monsters so far, apart from Sukuna himself, been truly infuriating, while most of the show's character designs are refreshing? Mahito's pale hair, crop top, and stitches are very uninspiring. And though Mahito has become a truly vicious villain in recent episodes, his motivations still felt off, and he belongs to an equally uninspired nefarious villain club led by Jujutsu. To be honest, they should have gone in depth into Mahito's story for us to understand his motives. But this was not given justice to.
駒壊すなよ。
弟が死んだ。そういうのわかるんだ。
4. The female characters are not given good screen time. There are dozens of shonen guilty of this, such as Bleach, but there are prime examples of series that fare better. My Hero Academia and Fullmetal Alchemist give female characters their own arcs, and rarely rely on fan service alone. It is disappointing to see Mai, Maki, and especially Nobara relegated to subplots and jokes that don't land. It's worth noticing that in 2 action sequences Nobara has taken part in it, she has needed rescuing by her male counterparts. Junpei's mother. Almost immediately after her introduction, she came to a gruesome end for the sole purpose of moving her son's story along. With half of the series left to air, there's still time to make improvements, luckily.
やだ、寝ちゃった。ユージ君、もう帰っちゃったかな。ゲ、もうこんな時間。片付けないと。何これ。指？
Don't get me wrong. This movie is flawless in story and animation. I love the show, and I know you would too. The truth is that there are no shows or anime series without flaws. Remember, nothing is perfect. Thank you so much for watching, and
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.